Hi everyone. We're back at St. Edward State Park today. We're going to be doing something that I'm really excited about, something that I've wanted to do for a while, and that is using the QMX handheld. So this has been getting some attention lately. Mike and Becky Hammerdio Duo came out with that like 3D printed caddy enclosure, I guess you could call it. Uses their Just OK antenna. Great name, by the way. And then also Forest KI7QCF did an activation using that setup as well. This is just my take on it, I guess. So let's go to the table and I'll show you what we got going on. So of course the most important part is, oh boy, this guy, QMX. This is the mid-band that I built a little while ago. It's been great. Probably the next most important part is the antenna. So we got this guy here and this guy. This is part of a set by Gabil called the HF750T, I think. I'll put a product listing in front of the screen right now so you can see it. If I'm being honest, kind of expensive, but it comes with a bunch of coils. So it's a short whip. It's like a 5-foot whip, and then it comes with a set of coils that are band specific, and it comes with a bunch of coils. So I have 4 here. I've got one for the, oh boy, 30 meter, 20 meter, 17 meter, and then 15 meter as well. But it comes with like 10 coils. One thing I wish that Gabil would do, I know why they won't, but I wish they would, is because they sell the whips. They sell these individually in case you need to replace it, but they don't sell the coils individually. So you can't just buy the ones that you need. You need to buy the whole set and then just use the ones that you want to use. The Just OK antenna by Hammerdio Duo is also a super cool option. I was just really set on finding something that had like a direct BNC mount onto the radio, you know? Oh, I guess I could show you real quick. So you just pick whatever band you want. This is 17 meters. You just pop the BNC on, screw on the whip, and then you can fine-tune the length once you're ready to rip. One other option that I did find that was really cool, there's a guy who sells monoband coil-loaded whips off of eBay. He's from Thailand. His name is Jeep. He's super cool. He does ship to the US. He makes them per band and sells multiple bands. And I think they're like 25 bucks, something like that. So you could get a few of those and still be less than this Gabil kit. Oh, one thing, the only kind of like DIY thing that you have to do as far as antenna is counterpoise. I guess you can kind of see that here. So my initial idea was to do like a thumb screw to replace one of the case screws, and then use like a spade terminal to like go right there. But I wasn't getting a good ground off of the enclosure. So my buddy Zeus, K8CES, gave me this idea. He uses a ring terminal on the BNC. I don't know if you can see that. And then just like a jumper, and then this is a 2mm banana plug. And this is the rest of the counterpoise. It's just 26 gauge silicone coated wire. So it's got a banana plug, has like a strain relief, so plugs in there, and then if somebody like knocks it down, it'll just pop out. And then this is also, you can kind of see that it's linked. So I have it linked for 15, 17, 20, and 30 meters, the coils we brought today. Next thing, while I'm giving shout outs, is a while ago, Josh Hammerdio Crash Course did a video on the QMX, or like a live stream VOD basically, of the QMX with Adam K6ARK and then Mark KD7DTS from Soda Plus. And they gave a lot of like really helpful information in the context of like using it for soda or like really lightweight portable activations. And one of those things is this guy. So this is a N6ARA tiny paddle with the QMX adapter, and then what you can do is you can just plug it directly into the radio like that. So I really like the N6ARA tiny paddles. I have the female version here, the plug version, or sorry, the jack version. And this was actually the first key I ever bought. I just keep it in my bag always as a backup. But now I have one that directly mounts to the radio, which is cool. Also, another thing that Mark said that I thought was a really good idea. Here, let me pull it out real quick. He uses a like a USB power bank, like one of those lightweight, like Nightcore ones, I think, with a USB PD, and then once he plugs it in, he just like drops it into his sleeve. You get the idea. And then it's just the cable coming out, which I thought was a really elegant solution. I don't have one of those lightweight power banks, so I'm just going to use the Cool Giraffe Talent Cell, but it should work just as well. Also, if you do want to get a bit of weight off of your arm, if you try this, you could get like a little bit longer of a cable and then just like plug it into the radio and then put it in your pocket or something. But yeah. If I do this more often, I'll probably get one of those lightweight power banks because it seems like a good solution. Last two big things is audio. We're just going to be using headphones. Because I record these, I'm going to use a audio recorder with like a little cable. So I'll pop that in here. That goes in here. Make sure you have a right angle plug so it doesn't get in the way of the paddle. It does get a little bit in the way, but I'll have to get like a lower profile cable. And then when I activate, I'll probably just pop this into my sleeve as well so it's out of the way. And then just have my headphones coming out of that. And then the last big thing that you need is logging. So if you've seen the channel before, you know that I'm a big fan of paper logging, but I couldn't really think of a good way to do it. So I pulled one of my old phones out of a drawer, and that is what is recording the video today. And then I'm going to use my actual phone and use that with Ham2K Polo, the logging application, and then just kind of like when I have the QMX in my hand, I'll have the phone like in the little elbow ditch. Cool. I think that's all the talking. Sorry, that probably took forever. Yeah, this clip was 9 minutes. Holy hell! I'll have to cut it down. But yeah, let's get set up and let's get on the air. Cool. So we just spotted ourselves. We've got the phone kind of precariously perched right here. I guess we'll see how it goes. We're gonna call QRL real quick. It's weird using the QMX sideways. Random check SWR really quick. Oh boy. Yo, you don't like that when I... One thing to keep in mind is that the bandwidth is so low on these coil-loaded verticals. Okay, we're at like a 1.8. Cool, we're gonna try that again. The side tone sounds kind of weird for me. I don't know, that's... out to Nevada for the first one. Oh. If I get close to the whip at all, it makes this SWR skyrocket, and then the the QMX goes into protection mode. I hadn't considered that. So I've noticed that the side tone is a little bit weird. I think that might be because of the high SWR. In the past, I've noticed that sometimes it's just on my end, like through the recorder. I guess we'll see how it turns out. Oh, it's so noisy. I don't know why I give him the 559. He's so loud. There he is. I'll take the 229. Cool. That was fun. I'm getting 2 dB. Oh, okay. I got 25 dB in one. Those aren't bad numbers, honestly, for QRP. And especially how how compromised this antenna is, I'll take it. It's my buddy Devin. 17 miles away. We're getting him on ground wave. I'll have to get used to this this tiny pedal more. It's not bad. It's just weird. Another 229, that's fair. Cool. I think that's our first contact. N6RUN. I've heard his name. I think he does soda. I've heard the call before. Hopefully you can see how hard it's coming down. It's getting a little spicy. I'm glad I brought a rain jacket. Thankfully this tree is covering me pretty well. I know it's not ideal to be right next to a big tree, but compared to the alternative, I'll take it. We might move a little bit more towards the center of the tree. Ooh. How's that? Hopefully you can see. Maybe you haven't been able to see the whole time. I wasn't expecting anything. So we got 7 in the log. My phone's getting really wet, so it's hard to use. Yeah, we're gonna pack it up. We only got 7 in the logs. Couldn't get any park to parks, but it's just pouring rain right now. We got 7 contacts in like 20 minutes, which is not bad, honestly. I'm excited to try this out again, but next time a little bit drier. Thanks, everyone. Hope you liked it.